It's Saturday night, and there are 2 security guards locking up a door. Inside of this cell that they are locking up is a book that was on display at a museum earlier that day. It's usually referred to as the Book of Unknown Devils. But Zack Lapidus, Gracie Hartwell, better known as Lazarus and Labyrinth, 2 superheroes of Solace Bay, they are given the information that this book may belong to a different planet in a different galaxy from a different time. However, when the door shuts on this cell, the book dissolves into thousands, millions of tiny nano creatures, polys, and they turn into a liquid type substance, and they seep out from under the door and travel many miles through the city of Solace Bay, passing through different neighborhoods, through different alleys where party goers are having a great time, a great night, unaware that this poly puddle is traversing through the city on its way to a small house in Herdvine belonging to the Lapidus family, which throughout the day has been hounded by paparazzi and news people trying to get the scoop on the kid who outed Nick Northcutt as a sham. These little polys go through the yard, crawl up the outer wall, and seep in through a windowsill into the bedroom of Zack Lapidus, who is flipping through the real book. And as he's studying the book, looking it over, these polys absorb into him, and he increases in size to the appropriate size that he is for a 16-year-old boy.
I was just missing a book's worth of mass.
Yeah. You lost a good 15. Right? Like, you lost a good 15 pounds. That's not true. I don't know.
It's a big book.
It's a big book. That's what
it is a big book. It is like, it's like a coffee table book. It's massive.
Okay. Like the size of a coffee table book. Right.
No, not the size of a coffee table. It's a book that people put under their coffee table.
I know how coffee
and
table
never
books
get out.
work. That one.
As all coffee books are designed to be.
Yeah, they're all designed to fit on that shelf under the coffee table and promptly be forgotten about.
Yeah, you look at it when you get it, and then you put it away forever.
And then you have kids, and then it goes under the coffee table to make room for all the crayons.
Yes.
Zack Lapidus, what are you doing, man? You open this book, and it is filled with etches into the paper. The paper is kind of silvery. It doesn't feel like... It almost feels like a stiff in a metallic way. Like if you could combine paper and aluminum foil together, it would be this. And there's etchings all over it of geometric shapes.
Is there any English language in the book, or it's all just like geometric shape language type things?
It just looks like geometric patterns. You see pentagons, triangles, some circles.
I know the cover kind of like almost had a holographic type quality to it. Do these pages have the same thing? Do the pages themselves have the same thing where there's like images within them or things like that are moving? Or
so when you like flip through the page, the light of your desk lamp illuminates the pages, and you can see that it's not just about etching. There is a coloration to the pages, so that it's like it's a whole picture. It's not just words on a page. So it's almost like each page is a picture as opposed to just words, like a script.
Can I decipher what this picture looks like?
Man. Yeah, we'll roll. Let's see what we can do. We can do a little intelligence.
Sure.
That's a stat.
That is a stat. It's going to be a 6.
I rolled an 11.
Ah.
It's a massive failure. You're just like, this is madness.
That book is smarter than me. Got it. Yeah.
It's just that so far outside of your realm of understanding. It's just pretty pictures. It's really incredible to look at.
Yeah. And does not resemble anything I would have ever seen before.
No, other than the shapes, right?
Yeah, other than
all
just,
that's recognizable, but they're all
shapes.
it just could be like fractal imagery.
Yeah, I'm gonna close this book kind of with a heavy sigh and start letting it sink in that, you know, maybe Lima was telling the exact truth, that this is something from her culture, and not really knowing who I can trust with something that could potentially be so dangerous.
Speaking of not knowing who you could trust, it is close to time to start leaving. You scheduled a meeting to meet with Labyrinth about today's events and maybe what she learned from Nick Northcutt.
Before I leave, I did want to peruse the old interwebs and just try and find out more information about the escape of Mishap.
That may be part of the reason why you're just not getting into this book, is you're just a
little distracted.
Open up a couple tabs.
Yeah.
On the web browser.
Yeah.
And you can see that there was a unprecedented escape. Nobody's ever escaped from the box. And that they have increased, the Pantodine has increased presence of the officers, the special officers that they have for superhero stuff. Mm-hmm. They're known as Pride, like a lion's pride. And you've already run into them today. And it looks like they're going to be sticking around in the city, preparing for a possible Mishap appearance, though nobody's really sure what the plan is. The details are very, very small, but Pantodine Industries has already put out a press conference and a media packet explaining how important the box is. This is a once in a million kind of moment, in that this is an opportunity for Pantodine to show their strength.
And was Mishap the only person that escaped?
That's the only one that's spoken of, yeah.
And there's nothing I could find, anything of any whereabouts or any ideas of where he might have gone?
No, it's like he vanished. But, you know, if there is any details, Pantodine's not reporting it to the media.
Well, I am going to... There's an AC unit in my room that's doesn't even work anymore. It's kind of just the hollowed out shell of the AC unit. So that's how I sneak out of my house. So I'm going to kind of turn into some goo and kind of slide through this little AC unit that's jammed in the window.
You just drip out like condensation.
Yeah. Well, right. the lid kind of can lift up and stuff. I've kind of engineered it so I don't have to just go out through little slats.
All right, you drip through this air conditioner, and you start making your way to the meeting spot, which is where you all met Lima today at the power plant. You all are at the power plant. Labyrinth is dressed in her costume and waiting for the kid to show up.
Hey.
Hi.
I have some information.
Yeah, I've had a busy evening myself. How are you, by the way? Are the police still looking for you?
I'm sure they are, but I'm fine. They're not on my tail.
Good.
I relate what Nick Northcutt revealed to me, that he has been visited in dreams, that he's not sure why he's been feeling these drives to go do these things, but he has, and that he suspects it has something to do with Baron Nightcloak.
So Nick Northcutt might just be a puppet in all this.
That's my suspicion. I would have turned him in and given him to authorities, but I'm actually afraid that he's in danger if he's with authorities.
Well, I didn't want to just leave the book there at the museum, especially if what Lima says is true. So I kind of stole it.
Yeah. No, that was good thinking. That's what I would have done. Yeah.
Good.
Nope, that was exactly what you should have done. I am worried about Lima. She is obviously from somewhere else, and yeah. Actually, can I see the book?
I kind of open up a section of my chest that kind of exposes part of the shirt I have underneath, and
whoa,
and am able to slip my hand in there and kind of pull out this coffee table book.
Pretty cool trick, kid.
Thanks.
I take a look, and
you see what I described to David earlier.
Am I able to try and see if I can make heads or tails out of what this is, what it's made of, what it's doing, acting like?
Give me an intelligence.
Come on, intelligence. 7.
Failure.
You
look at this book, and it is clearly unlike anything you've ever seen, but like cursory glance, you're not really getting anything out of it that you haven't been able to get off of Wikipedia. Because it's not like it's a private book. It's been
documented,
written about, documented. So there's nothing that you're getting from looking at it that's not.
Well, in that case, maybe we can, Lazarus. Let's see if you can find any information about it. Any theories that might have to do with something off-world? Any sort of scientists who would have made any sort of headway into understanding and interpreting some of these symbols and stuff?
I almost feel like maybe we should talk to Lima about it.
We definitely should. That's my next guess.
Yeah. Also, I saw that Mishap just escaped from the box.
Really? From the box?
Yeah. It's never happened before. But Mishap's the person that killed Polymorph. He's the person that created me, and I...
Is that right? You were created because of Mishap?
Yeah. When Mishap fired a missile at me, Polymorph, he ran to block it and formed a shield around me, and when the missile exploded, Polymorph died, but whatever he was made of became part of me.
That's amazing. I'm very sorry.
I mean, he gave his life for me to be here right now. I just feel like I need to do whatever I can to do him proud, you know? He was the greatest hero that Solus Bay's ever seen.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your help tonight. I certainly wouldn't have gotten very far. To be honest, kid, I mean, I spend most of my time more on the small stuff. The watching out for people and making sure that, CPA who's cheating people on their taxes, and the executive director who's causing problems with, unfair wages and stuff like that gets taken care of. I mean, I do some bigger stuff every once in a while as it comes my way, like this, but yeah, not quite my thing.
Well, you've been on my dream team up list for a long time. It was really cool to do battle with you. It really was.
Cool. Well, I'm glad. It's really sweet. All right. I have to wonder about Lima. What if she's also affected by dreams?
I don't know about you, but I think we should head to the box. I think we should try and talk to Lima and maybe find out more about how Mishap escaped.
Would they have taken Lima there immediately?
They would probably start transporting her there, yeah.
Then yeah, I think you're right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys gave up the gauntlets too, right?
Yeah.
You handed the gauntlets over to the Pride.
I mean, you made it seem at the time that this is a trustworthy organization that have taken criminals away before. But the way you keep on asking these questions make it seem like I should not be trusting Pride. But I'm just going to work with the information.
Yeah, let's go. Let's follow this line of thought, David. Jay, have either of us had any reason to distrust this organization? Because I think I was gone by the time they showed up. Have either of us had any reason to not trust this organization?
No.
Yeah, so as far as this is kind of S.H.I.E.L.D. for us, where it's oh yeah, these guys put the bad guys away, and
which I'm pretty sure S.H.I.E.L.D. turned out to be a front for Hydra. Is that right in the MCU?
Who gives a shit?
I know. All right. Okay, so we did hand over the gauntlets.
Yeah. So where is the box in relation to where we are?
It is in the desert. It's a trip.
Like how many hours by motorcycle?
I mean, it's a day.
A day?
Whoa.
Yeah. They got to keep it away from civilization.
Shiza. Okay.
Whoa.
Kid, why don't you stay here and do research? I'll head out.
Do you know that he's a kid?
Can I tell that he's a kid?
You might be able to tell from my voice that, I'm a bit younger.
Yeah. I don't know. It's up to you, David, how much I might recognize.
Well, there definitely have been a lot of theories about who, as all of us face. So if you follow the gossip blogs about who secret identities are, most people think that Jackson Jones is.
That's true.
Oh.
Who's a high school student. He's the stud wide receiver for the Malconian High Stompers.
Yeah.
So Labyrinth may actually put 2 and 2 together and come up with that.
Yeah.
Like, it could confirm that it is indeed Jackson Jones.
Well, and I think I'm going to call you kid, mostly because I'm going to assume you're younger than me, is more the idea. So I don't know if you're a high school kid. It's more one of those things that you see in, like, old cop movies where, like, oh, this person is 5 years younger than you. Oh, okay, well, then they're the kid.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do? Tomorrow's Sunday.
So we do have a day, but at the same time...
So you do have a day, but then it's a day back. Zack does have school.
And is it unseemly for people with superpowers to walk in? Like, do superheroes ever go in?
No.
Okay.
So this would be you'd have to break in.
But we wouldn't be welcome there? Like, we've arrested a lot of these people, but we wouldn't be welcome
It's
to, like...
because there's people, I'm not trying to point any fingers, but they have the ability to look like other people.
So it's not like if we went there that we would likely be, like, given an audience with Lima to, like, through the glass be like, hey, Lima, what's going on?
There's a couple issues here at play. One, Labyrinth is wanted for murder.
That is an issue.
So that's one.
They're mistaken.
Two, here soon they're going to realize that book's missing. And they're probably going to want to know, and there's only a handful of people who are in contact with it during that time. Now they're going to talk to Gary Kenmore.
You think Gary's going to rat me out? Oh, jeez.
Well, I might just tell the details, and everybody else will assume.
But I mean, like, there's only 4 people who are involved.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, Lazarus, Labyrinth, Nick Northcutt.
Do they know Labyrinth was there?
Yes, because Gary did.
Ah, okay.
And Pride, for all they know, Pride took it. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, so going out to the box is sounding increasingly harder and harder.
But
which isn't a great reason to not go.
I was going to say, we can both not be ourselves.
Yeah. That's very true.
Or not be obviously ourselves.
Kill me, though. Oof.
Yeah, it's a trip.
You don't have to go.
I need to know how Mishap got out. I need to know where he is. I'm still so new to this. I just want to beat up bad guys and not have to deal with this kind of stuff. Oh, my gosh.
It's important stuff. Family and...
Yeah.
School.
If you're going to the box, I'm going with you.
Okay. Do you have a phone?
I do.
All right. Get on, kid.
Are you guys going there right now? At 10 o'clock at night?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
Sleep be damned.
So, David, how did you Ferris Bueller your bedroom?
No, he didn't.
Sure didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
All right. Let's get some shut-eye. I'll meet you. Is this a good place to meet?
Would there be a more common sense location?
I can meet you at the high school.
Yeah, why don't we meet at Malconian High?
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys are agreeing that tomorrow you're going to take a minor across state lines to Nevada.
I don't know that he's a minor.
I'm a superhero.
Yeah,
sure,
he's a superhero.
Sure.
Stop putting me in this box.
No, I literally didn't make your character.
Youthist.
I don't know what you're saying.
He's youthist.
Not putting any box.
Ageist.
Wouldn't say that shit about Spider-Man. Jeez.
They never had that scene where the older lady takes Peter Parker to Nevada. So I missed that issue. I'm sorry. Where was that?
That really should have been an issue, though.
He's like, Aunt May, I gotta go. She loves me.
You keep on talking to her about as an old lady.
I know.
I'm 29. Like a grandma.
Nearing 30.
Statutory is statutory. Right? Okay. The law is very clear about this.
All right.
Zack, you go home.
Yeah.
I need you to roll an awareness.
Oh, my awareness is awful.
I know.
Oh, I rolled a 6, which gives me a 7.
I rolled also a 6.
Oh.
And I'm betting your awareness isn't 1.
But I'm not using my awareness.
He's using coordination?
You'll see.
Oh.
So you got a 7, I got an 11. 7, yep. Zack, you go to Malconian High. It's night.
Wait, I'm going to Malconian High now?
You're there. Yeah, I know.
Wait.
You're there. But you're there, and it's really, really dark. No stars in the sky. And you hear the sound of a scuffle. And it's coming from around the bleachers. You make your way towards the football field. And you can see this figure standing on a hovering platform, and he has a rocket launcher over his shoulder, He has black, slicked back hair. His black hair is like at a widow's peak, and he has a striped three-piece suit. And he has a waistband, this metallic waistband that goes around the whole suit. And it connects to this massive structure on his back that has different arms for lasers, guns, blasters. And one of these arms is outfitted with a rocket launcher. And the rocket launcher is pointed towards the field. And you can see Polymorph, bloodied, beaten. What do you want to do?
I'm running to Polymorph.
The rocket leaves this launcher. You hear mishap. Oh, Mr. Bliss is gonna love this. And the rocket is sailing towards Polymorph.
Am I in my superhero form right now?
If you'd like to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna be coiling my feet and trying to spring towards him, and like he did for me, trying to encapsulate him around my body around him.
Can you make a coordination check for me?
11.
Yeah. You do exactly what you say. You get there way before this missile reaches its target, and you shell Polymorph with your entire being as this rocket explodes. You see nothing but white light. You feel intense pain, and slowly the world fades back. You see the lights of the football field illuminating this almost nightmarish landscape. You can see the smoke and flames on the 50-yard line from this missile. And when you look up, you see not Mishap, but Labyrinth holding the rocket launcher. And she says, "Bullseye."
Oh.
And that's when you wake up. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jay, and I hope you're enjoying the show so far. You might be wondering to yourself, hey, how can you show your appreciation for the work that we're doing here at Out of Depth? Let me tell you, friend, one way you can help us out is to just recommend the show to friends, strangers. Our goal is to get our stories out to as many ears as we can, so word of mouth is huge for us. Recommending the show to your friends, or leaving a review at whatever site you're listening to us at, that goes a long way to helping us find and build our audience. But Jay, you may say, I've got a little coin in my pocket. I'd like to throw it your way. How do I get it from my pocket to your pocket? Well, you can go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and subscribe at any tier you feel comfortable for as long as you would like to. Patrons get access to some other behind-the-scenes info on the show, such as character questionnaires and my maps. They also get first access to our raw recording videos for each episode and exclusive access to our post-season Q&A, where we discuss the story and answer questions from subscribers. So if you want that kind of access to us, you're only going to get that at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. That money helps us pay for artists and collaborators and expand our ability to create fun stories for you to enjoy. We don't do ads or paid endorsements for games, which means support from listeners just like you is absolutely vital to our growth. And if you want to be a part of that, you can do it at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. Thank you so much. Holy shit. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show and see who our heroes will save today. Gracie Hartwell. While Zack Lapidus is having a strange dream that night, Nick Northcutt is sleeping in your training facility, your secret training facility. Do you go to visit him, or are you just like, he'll be okay?
I mean, I got him some stuff, but I'm not going to visit him before I leave. I told him that he needs to stay here for a couple days until we figure something out.
All right.
I'm wondering if he will, though.
It is the next morning. No, too late. It's the next morning, and feel free to refresh your determination points, your stamina points, refresh all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the next morning, and Zack, you wake up to the sound of your mom cooking breakfast, sausage and eggs with toast and blueberry jelly. She doesn't make breakfast very often because she works a lot.
Hey, Ma, what's the occasion?
Oh, I'm on the news. And so are you, and it's weird. And I think your mom may have went in over her head yesterday a little bit. And I've been told by some of my coworkers that there are memes of me smashing somebody's camera.
Yeah, I've seen them. People seem to love you, Ma. I don't think you're in trouble.
Well, it feels like trouble. And when I feel like I'm in trouble, I like to eat. I like to eat sausage and eggs. And I'm thinking tonight, I'm going to go get some steaks. And we're going to have a steak dinner.
I would love to, Ma, but I told Jasper that I was going to stay at his house tonight. We have a history test that we're studying for that's on Monday. Is that okay?
Jasper's mom said it was okay for you to stay with him. I thought.
Oh, yeah. No, she's totally fine with it.
Okay, I mean.
I'm sorry.
That's
Ma,
what you want to do.
I promise, I'll even make the steaks myself, Tuesday, maybe Tuesday night.
Tuesday, it's a couple days.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll make them so that when you come home from work, they're ready for you. I'll start them right after school.
No, it's okay. We don't need steaks.
I mean, I would love to have a steak dinner with you, Ma. And
yeah, I know, but I probably won't need them Tuesday. I'll probably be okay.
Let's at least have some breakfast today, Ma.
Yeah. Let's enjoy the breakfast before you leave to go hang out with Jasper. That's fine.
God.
And she is eating her eggs hurriedly. Jasper's mom's not a meme.
She's not. I don't think I ever fully thanked you for what you did for me the other night. Just being able to be that person to take me away from the field that night, and for yelling and smashing cameras the day after. That's exactly what I need. Thanks, Ma.
I heard there was some trouble at the museum yesterday. Did you see any of that?
It happened after I was there. I saw the book earlier that day, though, that they say was the subject of that robbery, though. Yeah.
Did it look like it was worth a lot of money? It
looked really weird. It had this kind of holographic quality to it, but not like the way holograms look. I don't know. It wasn't like anything I'd ever seen before. That's for sure.
Well, you try to stay out of trouble. It seems like it's following you around.
Well, you try and not smash any cameras this day, okay?
Oh, that'll be easy. My son won't be here. I won't have to try and protect him.
True enough. Yeah. You won't have to even lie about it. You'll just say, he's not home. Get out of here.
Yeah. It's just me by myself. She takes her plate to the sink, scrapes off what's left in the garbage disposal. As you try to say something to her, she runs it. Sorry, what? What was that?
Well, I can't wait to have steaks with you on Tuesday, Ma. I'm sorry I'm not going to be here tonight.
Yeah, maybe I'll be busy Tuesday.
Maybe you will, but then you'll be having me, leaving me just to eat steaks by myself. You wouldn't want that, would you?
No, I guess not.
Give her a kiss on the cheek and head out to hail the old bus again.
Gail is shaking her head about my capacity to lay down a guilt trip.
I know, I'm a mother, man. I don't lay it on that thick.
I'm doing a fucking show here, bro.
I know.
It's gotta. I can't do subtlety.
She's had a traumatic day herself,
and I get it. But I am taking in, whoa, this woman has been through some stuff. That this is where she is.
Yeah. Jay created this scenario. Knew I was gonna have to break her heart. He knew I was going out of town today, but oof.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna even do this. I was go ahead. Do it.
And Labyrinth gave you your out. She's like, kid, you don't have to go.
That's right, kid. Which, by the way, what is your mode of transportation, Zach? How do you get around? You have a scooter or what?
Well, I have a bike. I don't know. I mean, would the school be within biking distance?
This one's outside. You live in a different district, right? So it's
So
you would have to take a bus. You're trying to go to a good school, and your mom pulled some strings to get you into Beretta Hills with some of the rich kids.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think we should, as you're writing that buzz, could you tell us a little flashback, if you will? What does Zack remember about his dad?
So Zack doesn't remember much at all because his dad died when he was young. So Zack kind of has these like flashes of like very early memories of just like, his laugh and his smile. And it's like those kind of memories that have always kind of been in his head for so long that he doesn't trust anymore, whether they're actually his memories or the way that like his mind has kind of morphed them through the years of him imagining what his dad's voice sounded like and things like that. But yeah, his dad died when he was like,
it's about 2, 3, something like that.
Yeah. His mom told him it was a car crash, but he's like looked online for like, just like trying to find the story of his dad and how he died. And he can't find the story of the car crash or anything, but he's kind of dismissed that because of, it might not have been a noteworthy enough story to put up in the cloud back then.
And I suppose Jasper is somebody that you can contact and tell him like, hey, we're running plan C tonight.
Yeah. No, Jasper's my best friend. And yeah, I definitely shoot him a text and just kind of like let him know like, hey, cover for me.
And does Jasper know? He doesn't know that you're a superhero.
No, he doesn't.
The only one who knows that is your gym teacher.
Right.
Your cheerleading coach.
My cheerleading coach. Yeah. She's the only one that knows for sure. But like, Jasper knows that I like kind of disappear at random weird times and things like that. But
sure.
I don't think he's really caught on to anything more than that.
He texts you back. Guess you got to hide from the paparazzi, huh?
Yeah. I text him back. I was like, yeah, they're hounding me and I got to get out of town for a little bit.
He then sends you a gif of your mother just slamming this camera on the ground.
Yeah.
And when it slams, like this nuclear mushroom cloud explosion like comes up.
I love it.
Yeah, I respond with a different gif that I found online of her being like, don't mess with my son, like kind of with a finger wag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make your way to Malconian High and you see Labyrinth. Gail, you just like you're in your costume, like.
Well, like before I arrive, I definitely am gonna like transform and like find a quiet place to do that.
Yeah, and
yeah, definitely approaching kind of near where the football field feels a bit different today after that nightmare last night. It's would this be an appropriate time for it to cause some trouble for me? Maybe, I don't know. Feel that weight of his sacrifice. I don't know if you got any trouble for me.
Do I have any trouble for you? Mm-hmm. Oh, the weight of the sacrifice. You show up to this football field and you can see like the set is cordoned off with police tape because it's a crime scene. Like they're trying to investigate like what came from where, what was set up, what wasn't set up. And
still have the remnants of this robot in there and stuff.
There's no robot there, but there's the hole where it emerged from the stage.
Yeah.
The giant poster of Nick Northcutt that was the backdrop of this stage has been defaced. There's like somebody's like spray painted like a grape and it's like right under his foot. It looks like it's about to get stomped and his face has a mustache on it. Remember when that was like how you defaced photographs, was just putting a mustache on a person who didn't have a mustache?
Got him good.
Sick burn. Now we can create gifts that'll ruin your whole fucking life. Oh man. Yeah, I miss the mustache age. Just me personally. I don't know. I'll take a mustache.
You can still do that. You can still put mustaches on people's.
Now the genie's out of the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Pandora box kind of thing.
Okay.
But you're seeing all this, and it is an overwhelming reminder of the dream that you had last night.
Why?
And the sacrifice that he made and the sacrifice you tried to make. And who is this Labyrinth? And how much can you trust her?
So what kind of trouble is he having?
Might be having a little second thought. You can still go through with it, but you might be inquisitive.
Mm-hmm. Do I see Labyrinth by the field over here now?
Yeah.
I would be in the parking lot. I wouldn't want to be a dark-haired girl on a motorcycle where Gracie was.
Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly.
This is superhero rules. Like Clark Kent takes off the glasses and he's Superman. You can totally do this.
I know. It's still, she's like, I won't take my chance. So it's just, but it's still like, I'm guessing viewable from the football field. Like you can see it. You can see her over there.
Yeah.
You all see one another.
Wave.
2 superheroes in the parking lot of a high school.
This is how we do it.
Yeah, I didn't think meeting up with Labyrinth for a team up would feel like my mom picking me up from school, but here we are.
Doing okay, kid?
Yeah, just some weird dreams, but it's been a stressful few days.
What kind of dreams?
Oh, I just had a nightmare about the day Polymorph died. Just felt pretty real. It was just the 1-year anniversary the other day, and I don't know. It's been a weird few days.
Yeah, it is. Hop on.
You rev a motorcycle.
I hand him a helmet.
Lazarus hops on.
I'm sure he doesn't need one.
You put a helmet on this superhero to protect their stretchy head.
Well, I mean, I hand him. He doesn't have to put it on.
I'll use my shape-shifting abilities to just have a normal body so it doesn't look like I'm just like a superhero on the back of a motorcycle. Just gonna have a flannel shirt and jeans.
You all start riding out of Solace Bay.
I would like to use a determination point to make us invisible.
Ooh.
People can hear us.
They can see a motorcycle. Drive it with no driver.
No. Make all of it.
Okay.
It was the whole
Seems like a recipe
enchilada.
to get sideswiped because people don't even see us on the road.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
She's an expert driver.
I'm
That's
an
right.
expert. I'm an excellent driver. No, I'm an expert motorcyclist.
All right, you turn invisible and you race through California into Nevada, where the box is. You drive down this road and you know that the location of this place is just off of, just kind of down a pass, but the perimeter around this place for a mile or 2 miles is completely fenced off. So even coming close, because it's out there in the middle of nowhere, is cause for suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you're invisible, the sound of a motorcycle would...
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be the first invisible person to try and break in or out of the box.
Yeah.
So there is a huge fence. It is gray steel, 15 feet high, with little towers.
Is there barbed wire spiraled across the top?
Yeah, got that razor wire. Each one of these little towers has looks like some kind of turret weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's now getting close to the evening. How would you guys like to do this?
I definitely want to stop well a ways away.
So we can formulate a plan.
Is there any case of knowing that there's cameras and or I don't know?
Not only is there cameras, there's probably people with heat signature devices,
Mm-hmm.
night vision goggles. This place is secure as hell.
Just from what we know about Pride, how would they respond if we just rolled up?
If you just walked up and were like, "Hey guys,
we're here to talk to some villains."
I don't know. You're 16. What do you think a 16-year-old would be like? Can I just walk up?
Well, he has some naivety to himself, so he
Absolutely.
might feel like, I've helped these guys put some of these guys away. I visually recognize a bunch of these guys from different scenes, crime scene stuff.
This is an option. If you want to walk up and be like, "Hey, what's up? Polymorph in town. Just happened to be here. Was wondering if we could talk to the time traveling."
The villain that we talked to last night. Got some questions for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could take some charisma.
Yeah. Well,
willpower, I believe, is the stat in our game. Willpower. It could take some willpower, some power of wills to maybe talk your way in.
Well, Zack might have a little naive optimism there. So
sure, he's also very cheerful.
Yeah, that's right. So he might
as a co-captain.
I mean, we've worked with Pride for long enough. What?
They've cleaned up your messes.
They might let me in, but I don't know about you, Labyrinth. You're clearly wanted.
I am clearly wanted, and they probably have ways of seeing me.
How are you going to clear your name?
Usually clears itself. Takes too long. I'll make something work.
Yeah,
I do want them to know who actually killed Larry.
I know. Murders don't just blow over unless they find out who actually did it, though.
Yeah, that would be the plan.
Yeah.
Are you able to... I don't know. I mean, they might have night vision. Are you able to hide your heat signature at all?
Well, if I was sneaking in, I could just turn into one of the guards.
True. To do that, though, we'd want to see how they get in and out.
Have you ever been to the box before?
Yes, but as a civilian.
What does that mean?
What are you, a member of Pride by day?
Oh, no. I was as a visitor.
Who are you visiting?
A friend.
You have a friend inside of the box?
Yeah.
Which villain?
The person I visited was Gunk.
Oh, yeah. I remember the story of you taking him down. Yeah. He's a friend of yours?
I mean, he trusted me to turn himself in. So I trusted him with who I really am. And we just said that we were old friends so that I could visit him.
What would Zack know about Gunk?
Gunk is a brutish, massive supervillain that did petty crimes, stealing. It wasn't very bright, but he would just essentially just wreck a bank, yank the vault out, crack it open like a tin can, take what he wanted, and walk away. So not the brightest bulb. Yeah. Most people would just run him off, right? You didn't really beat him. You just made him. You were just it was just a nuisance.
Get out of here, Gunk! You broke another bank.
But he was like, this is too much trouble, and then he'd run away. So Labyrinth made news when she actually sent him away to the box.
So you convinced him to turn himself in?
Yeah.
What does he want to be rehabilitated? Does he want to get rid of his powers and just be normal again, or?
No, I think he wants to keep his powers or get an understanding of them, but he was, I mean, what does one do when you have these powers, Lazarus? I mean, the world tells you that you're supposed to be better than everybody else. So you think maybe you are, you hope maybe you are, and then you realize you're not. You're just like everybody else, just as desperate. He wanted to be better than that.
Once you go into the box, do you ever really get out, though?
Jay, how long has the box been around? You said it was new.
Yeah, it is within the last 5 years.
But, does anyone that go in, do they get oh, you served your 3 years and you get out? Or is it a one-way trip?
It is a one-way trip so far.
So we haven't seen anybody with the chance to be paroled.
Correct. Legislation's really sticky around super people.
I really feel like Lima doesn't belong in here. For all we know, she was telling the truth.
I agree.
The only reason she's in there is we couldn't risk that she might be lying.
Yeah. So let's get her out.
You want to break her out of here?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Mishap did it. Let's go listen.
I just feel like if we were to break her out, they're going to know that we did it.
We? Why us?
Well, how are we going to break her out without us having to use our powers? If we use our powers, they're going to know...
So you don't think you can hide your powers?
Well, I mean, one of my powers is hiding my powers, but I don't think they're going to let us walk out the front door with Lima. And that's the thing, is Lima might belong in there. We just don't know.
True. Very true. All right, let's go get information.
Stick or carrot?
Carrot for now. I want to go... I mean, there's got to be a place where guards park. They have to have lives outside of this.
Does the box have a parking lot?
Yes.
Is the question.
There is a loading area where there are cars. It's where the transport vehicles that bring super-powered supervillains from all over the United States load in their captives, their prisoners. So there is a little parking lot over there. To access it, one would have to go through a gate. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like a ring of walls.
Is it also behind the turreted walls, or is it more of
so that's the first wall.
That's the first wall. Okay.
And you got to cross through that just to get to the parking lot, and then it's a whole other ring of walls.
So there's a gate, though. Is it automated, or is there a person at the gate?
There's a person there. And then you probably get the impression that the security is pretty tight because somebody just escaped.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna roll up to the gate? What you think?
I have an idea.
Oh, God.
But, kid, I just don't know your abilities well enough. If I cause a large enough distraction, would that be enough for you to get by?
I mean, yeah. I could just walk in, I think, yeah. I can kind of turn into whoever I want to be.
Okay. Here we go. Keep your ears open.
We're getting to this heist much quicker than we got to invading Mr. Dick's lair
I
in
know,
season 1.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, there's not 6 episodes of planning on this one.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
It sounds like Labyrinth's about to make a mess.
Okay. I'm going to turn into, like, the arresting officer at the scene of the museum.
Oh, like one of the Pride guys that you ran into?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense. That's a good call.
Do you do that right in front of me?
Yeah. I that's not a power I really hide from other heroes, I don't think, yeah. So it takes, like, when it's someone that I haven't turned in before, it takes, like, 5 minutes. But you can see me slowly just kind of, like, you know, the face kind of forming over the purple skin and the uniform kind of, like, you know, melting over the body and everything. So
new plan. And Labyrinth says,
what?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. New plan. You're turning in, Labyrinth.
You want me to turn you in?
I want you to turn me in.
Are you sure that once I turn you in, you can get back out again?
Yeah. Can you make binds for me? Binds that I could theoretically get out of?
You want me to put, like, some handcuffs on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. And oh, jeez.
Oh, Gail.
Feel like that would take it a determination point.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Actually. Yeah, because that's not, like... Yeah.
All right, then let's not do cuffs. If it's gonna, like, if you look uncertain about it, I'm like, oh, we don't have to. So I can just say I turned myself in and you're bringing me in. Come on, hop on the motorcycle. It's your new baby, if anybody asks.
Okay. I've never driven a motorcycle before. Okay. Do I just, whoa!
Yeah, roll a coordination roll. It's too late, Gail. Where are we doing it? Roll a coordination roll.
Him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's doing it.
Okay, do a coordination roll.
Don't let us not have fun right now.
All right. It's a 7.
All right. I got a 7, so you're able to kind of... It's like your feet are still on the ground. Like you're kind of like lifting your feet up, going about 10 feet. Yeah. Feet come up a little bit. Labyrinth is like cringing at... just like, no, just... If you... Just... No. Oh, we're almost there. It doesn't matter. Fuck it.
I'm luckily able to use like enough of like my body balancing to keep us alive and going forward. All right.
He zips forward, just kind of lurching and then stop and then puts his feet back down, walks a couple more steps, zips forward, and you...
I imagine I would know this guy's name, like this is someone I've encountered at different crime scenes before. Is that a reasonable thing to expect?
Give me an awareness roll.
Oh, shit. That's not my strength.
Wait. Can I make this check even though separately?
Yeah, if either of us could remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a 3.
Yeah, it's a major failure on your part.
Do I remember?
How often do you deal with pride?
I've dealt with it. Not, I mean,
you would have encountered this guy last night.
It would have been like every month or every other month, something like that.
Okay, go ahead, roll.
Much better. Awareness?
Yeah.
That will be a 9.
I also rolled a 9.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with a C.
Okay. Oh, wait. So, but that it's actual name, not like Men in Black where it's just the letter. So I can't just say Agent C.
It's like a weird name.
Okay.
It's a weird...
Okay.
It's a weird name. It's like just
Kenmore.
a singular name, not Kenmore.
Okay. Oh.
But like you can't get Kenmore out of your head. You're like, no, it's
Carson. Calliope.
Something with an R. Like a cat. Connor. Culver. You're like, you're doing that. You're close.
Corbin.
All right.
Corbin.
So we pull up.
You pull up. Well, fancy seeing you here again. Thought you just left. Hey, who is that? And you see him pull out this like pulsar rifle.
I'm turning myself in. I'm completely innocent, but I will be taken for questioning.
I encountered her a ways back, and she said she wanted to turn herself in, so taking her to the box.
Well, I'm going to have to call security. I'm going to have to bring some people down here. This is a little unprecedented. We don't have, supervillains turn themselves in. This has been a weird week, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. She says she's not a supervillain. She says she just
wants they all say that. Cutter.
I know.
They all say it.
You don't gotta tell me. Does he have a badge with a name on it?
The guy you're talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says Sarsaparilla.
Oh, what a name.
You ain't kidding, Sarsaparilla. You ain't kidding.
All right, I'm going to put in a call. We're going to get some people down here to put her in some binds.
Okay.
But don't move, ma'am.
Can I get off the bike?
That's part of moving and not moving, right?
Okay.
So we're going to stay on that bike. Cutter, you look good on that bike.
Thank you. I've been wanting to get one for some time. And, here we are.
All right, I'll be right back.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. And sirens go off.
I was going to say, that's a very inefficient alarm system.
Sirens go off around this area, and there's like people packed in, about 5-6 troops come over. They're all equipped with these pulsar rifles. They're all pointed and Labyrinth on the motorcycle.
All right, Cutter, we'll take it from here. You get back to Soulless Bay, man.
Oh, no.
I refuse to talk to anybody but Agent Cutter.
I'm going to see this one through, if you don't mind, Sass.
Okay, that's a little weird.
I mean, I'll go with the rest of them, of course.
Time to make a willpower roll.
Me? Or her?
You definitely, not her. She's screwed.
Oh, I didn't help? Okay.
Oh, I do have a specialty in acting, which I think would come into play.
Feel free to add a +1 to your roll on acting.
There we go.
By the way, the other day you did the acting thing, and I realized I didn't add my expertise in acting for Nick Northcutt.
Yeah.
Right, Nick Northcutt does have an expertise.
Probably can act.
Yeah.
Probably can act.
But you can win. You can say you got a victory over Nick Northcutt in believability.
Yeah. Rolled several 7s today. This is another one.
Oh, so you got a 7?
I got a 7.
I also got a 7.
Oh, man.
So you are... Yeah, we're matching up, which doesn't happen very often. The last couple of episodes, it's either feast or famine. But tonight, it's right down the middle, which means that you're going to get to the next stage of this.
Yeah.
But you are not out of the woods whatsoever. Yeah. They are very suspicious of this whole situation. Mm-hmm. All right. They bring these arm binders that encompass your entire fist.
Okay.
So you just stick them in there. They kind of look like a Mega Man blaster.
Yeah.
You put your hand in one of that kind of shape. Mm-hmm. For those who used to play Mega Man on Nintendo, they look like that. Google it. I don't know if everybody knows who Mega Man is, but that's the reference I'm making. You put on these, and they clamp really hard around your wrists.
Are they really heavy?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They let go once they clamp to your wrist, and they yank you forward.
Jeez, guys.
Since hit your thighs.
These are terrible. What are you doing?
Let's march her in, guys. One step at a time.
And so these 6 soldiers, plus the guard. The guard at the gate's going to stay at his station, Sarsaparilla. But I guess Cutter's coming in too. And they start marching Labyrinth in. And one of the guards, this short, stocky woman, she reaches up to your face to pull your mask off.
I turn invisible.
Everybody flips out, goes into a circle. Cutter, what are you doing? She just disappeared.
I'll just pretend to be as surprised as all of them. Oh!
Somebody gets on their walkie and yells, "Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. It's Labyrinth."
I say, I'm right here. Look, we can talk, but you don't get to see my face.
Ooh. Show yourself again. All these pulsar blasts are pointed at you.
Can I activate it so that they can see everything but my face?
You know what that sounds like?
Determination.
Sounds like a determination point.
Okay. No, I don't have one. I don't have one left, though. I feel like I've created enough
you
trouble
don't have
for
any
myself.
Left? This is a brand new day. You've used them all already?
I only get 1 per day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
I change back.
If you do that again, this guy says, if you do that again, we're going to shock you. And he holds up a little buzzer. And you realize these cuffs have an electronic mechanism on them.
Okay.
We'll see how invisible you stay when you got 20,000 volts pulsing through you. For those listening at home, I have no idea what 20,000 volts does to a person. I'm assuming it kills them outright.
I was assuming the same. Jeez.
My dad was an electrician. He just said, just don't fuck with it. That was how...
Don't try to calculate it, son. It's just dangerous.
It's just bad all around, son. Don't fuck with it.
I just Googled 20,000 volts. 20,000 volts turns a watermelon into an instant smoothie.
Instant.
All right, so we'll do, what, half of that? So we'll do, like, what, half? Are we talking like a quarter? What is 5,000 volts?
It says 11,000 volts is usually fatal.
All right, so we'll go.
That can be your gauge there. 5,000.
That sounds like it would definitely make me.
For those of you who know what electricity does to the human body, get in the chat down below and let us know what 5,000 volts will do to a person's insides. Yeah, go ahead and make sure to send those corrections at Get Out of Depth on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to read all of them.
Yeah, Patreons also get the exclusive corrections episode where we... If you
want
everything
all corrections, the only corrections I'll read will be by actual patrons. You gotta.
I will not be corrected by.
I will not be
else
corrected by randoms on Twitter. You gotta pay for that privilege. Okay. Just I feel like that's fair.
Okay.
All right. So sorry, we got a game to get to. So you are going to. They say you do that again. We're gonna zap you. And they start marching you in.
Okay.
What's the plan here, Gail?
The plan is to get as far inside as possible.
Does Sarsaparilla have like a little security badge or like some sort of little swipey card to get into doors?
One of the head guys, Sarsaparilla is staying behind because that's his station. The dude who's kind of leading the charge of these 6 commandos, these 6 Pride commandos, he does have a badge.
Yeah, I like a key card type thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can snag it.
Can you describe how you snag it?
So I'm kind of reaching up. I'm just kind of giving it like a delicate little grab. Almost kind of like I'm looking at it so that if I fail, like it kind of looks like
you walking. So you're walking up to him.
Yeah, I'm trying to like walk beside him and then like slightly grab it with kind of like a little look. And then if I'm able to be quick enough, I'll just take it.
You're trying to pick this guy's... Okay. It all rests on this. Make a coordination roll. And see, I'll let you try to pick this pocket here.
That is an 11.
Oh my god. I rolled a 7 again.
That's a massive success. I do believe.
You pick this. And you guys make it to a gate where he needs to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts his hand on his chest and looks around. And he's kind of quiet for a moment.
I love the idea of like, did I just lose that?
And he's like imagine it like an ATM machine, right? And he's like shouldered up to this ATM machine like he's trying to hide his PIN number. And he's just staying there and he keeps looking over his shoulder back at you guys. And his hands are like slowly patting his pockets, trying to look natural, like he's not looking for something.
Does he have a name on his uniform as well?
Yeah, Vance.
I got you, Vance, and I walk up and I swipe the key card and open the door.
Hey, I like it's in my
sure, Vance. Yeah,
whatever, man.
Gotcha.
And he like falls behind like a little bit and starts talking to somebody. Like, have you seen anything lying around? Roll for him. All right, he's on red alert. You'll get one of those. And you guys enter this huge facility, this black steel facility with plexiglass windows so you can see through a lot of it. So it's very visible. It's very difficult to hide here. And you can see areas where there are huge computer centers where people are processing data. You're not really sure what they're doing. Well, Gracie, Labyrinth, you've been here before. You know that they are getting communications from other cities, but they're also there's scientific studies being done here to figure out best ways to capture and detain super people.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are going in here and he leads you into a holding cell, this glass room. And there's people passing through, and in your holding cell There's like a bench where you can sit. Across the hall from your holding cell, you see in another cell. So there's a glass in the hallway and another glass. You can see Lima sitting there staring at you.
I wink.
She is furious. She gets up and she headbutts the glass. Now this glass is like super fucking thick. It's not even really glass, right?
I was gonna say, is it like bulletproof plastic or something? Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick. And she has those cuffs on both hands and she smashes them onto, and she's just making this noise. Hey, shut the hell up in there. And somebody hits a buzzer and zaps her and she starts spasming on the ground.
Don't do that to her. I don't even know why you have her in here. She hasn't committed any crimes.
She was a part of whatever the hell was happening in Solace Bay yesterday.
No, yes, she was in there trying to stop Nick Northcutt from stealing the book.
Okay. I think we're at a stage here where I'd like to know what the fuck you guys are trying to do.
Okay. I kind of wink at Lazarus now and sit down and say, I'm here to tell about who actually killed Larry.
Okay.
I'm here to cooperate. I'm not a supervillain. And so really what I'm trying to do is be the distraction while Lazarus can sneak away and go get information on how Miss Hap got out. And meanwhile, I'll tell the story of how Lima didn't do anything wrong and possibly be able to talk about getting her out. But if not, maybe later we try and break her.
So Lazarus, Labyrinth has all the attention. Gail, you go ahead and make a willpower check.
Okay.
Just to see how much attention you get to keep.
That will be a 10.
Okay. Everybody's focused on you. Lazarus, what do you want to do?
I'm going to try and look for maybe like a records room or something like that they would have like the files on the different villains in there. Things like that maybe.
So you're going to just wander off, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan. Mm-hmm. Okay. Vance looks at you and goes, where you headed? You don't want to hear this bullshit, or you're already sick of it?
Oh, I'll be back. Don't you worry. I got to do a little extra homework on our little villain next door there. Pointing to Lima.
Yeah. She's crazy.
Oh, yeah? What'd she tell you?
She says she's from like another cosmos. It's fucking bananas. Different time.
The story these people come up with. Jeez.
Yeah. Delusional. As you're walking away, there is an explosion in the ceiling. That sends everybody to the floor.
Oh my gosh.
And you look up at the sky, the desert air flowing into this sealed building, and standing atop of the roof, looking down at everybody, you see a figure in the darkness. Above them is some kind of jet propulsion helicopter. It looks like technology that you've never come into contact with before.
Oh.
And there is a series of figures dropping on a rope from this vehicle in the sky. And they're dropping on the ceiling and dropping through this hole. Ears are ringing. And then when these figures, these hooded figures come in, they've got like black masks on. They all basically look the same. This other figure drops down. Perfect. 3-piece suit. And Mishap says, "Now you didn't think I was going to leave without getting my friends, did you?"